Hello there, what is up? Carmando here, and it's review time for WWE Extreme Rules 2017. Thought this was kind of a blandish kind of pay-per-view. Just seemed unnecessary, like a lot of them. There were still a couple of good matches, but it just didn't seem necessary. That would be the best way to describe it. It didn't seem necessary at all. And a couple of surprisingly odd matches, but we'll get to it. There's nothing really to say about the pre-show. There was nothing really happened there apart from the match that was announced. I think it was announced just on the day. I can't really remember. But it was Kalisto versus Apollo Crews. Lasted 9 minutes 40. Basic sort of match you get in the pre-show was actually quite good. You know, I thought it was alright, and I really like Apollo Crews and Titus. I think it's a good combination. I hope they don't just like break them up, because it seems like they're going to go that way, because Apollo Crews lost to Kalisto. I actually think Titus and that worked really well, and I think Titus would be a great manager. I really hope they keep him in that role, because he's really funny. He's really funny on the outside. All this stuff he's saying and doing, he's great. I would like the two to stay together and to be successful, because it seemed like they were going that way. But sort of Titus cost them the match with his with them telling him, do the flippity flappity thing. He keeps telling him to do that and interfering and stuff. It's really funny. I like it. I just hope they don't break it up too soon, because I think this has a potential to be a good team or duo. I do think there's potential there. But yep, Kalisto beat Apollo. Decent enough match. I like the big like tilt-a-whirl DDT thing that Kalisto done. I've seen I think it's Phoenix in Lucha Underground. He does it, but he gets a lot higher up. But Apollo Crews sold it really well. The big old spiked DDT action. I liked that. Nothing really else to say about it, but it eventually comes down to Titus getting on the apron, Crews, and they're arguing because he's telling him to do the flippity flappity, and then Kalisto gets the Pseudolito del Sol while kicking Titus in the face and getting the win. Yeah, it was alright. I just don't want them to, have Crews and Titus start fighting. I want them to work it out and be a good duo. There's potential for it. Anyways, moving on to the next match. The Miz versus Dean Ambrose. Miz won. The match lasted 20 minutes. It felt so much longer. I was sick of this match by the end of it. Well, actually, I was sick of it halfway through it. It was too long. It was too long. I thought it started off well and it ended well. But a lot of the middle portion of it was very boring in my opinion. I liked all the different things with Miz trying to get Ambrose disqualified. I thought all that was really good to start the match, with chairs and pissing him off so he would go nuts in the corner and all this stuff. I really liked that. I thought that was good stuff, and I expected that sort of stuff. I thought it was good. Then the middle was kind of boring. I don't really remember what happened, but I was bored. Like, fuck. I was like, this better not be like this the rest of the show, because I was really just sick of it. But I liked at the end as well, where Maurice gets up on the apron and Miz tells her to slap him. She does, and the ref's considering disqualifying him, so Miz would win, but then he sends her out, and then she comes back, distracts the referee. What the hell happened then? Oh yeah, bloody Miz threw Ambrose into the ref, so he got absolutely wrecked, but somehow he didn't sell it. Like the slightest hit any other time and the ref's fucking dead. This time, no, he was okay, and he was all willing to disqualify Ambrose. And then Miz hit the skull crushing finale and got the win. I was just happy that it was over. I was like, yes, thank fuck, because I was really sick of it. There was also a thing where Miz took off the turnbuckle and Ambrose was going to slam him into it, but then he realised he would get DQ'd. But yeah, I didn't like this match. I was reading some people's comments on YouTube, and then they sort of seemed to like it, but I just thought it was too long and boring in my opinion. They did have some good moments, like I said, but too long. But Miz is champion, which is he's great when he's just great Miz, but like on Raw Talk and that, he just makes the title seem more important. Like, he's so good at promos and getting himself over, getting the title over, getting his opponent over, Although he's been kind of just destroying the Miz, Dean Ambrose in this feud, but I think he's really good at the usual, you know, his usual stuff and getting that guy over and getting himself over. He's just a really good champion. He really is. He does, like he says, he does look like a champion. He looks awesome when he's all dolled up or whatever, and he's got the title. He looks great. But yeah, Miz is champion. After this, there was some stupid Bayley promo talking about how she was watching Tommy Dreamer and Sandman and Steve Blackman, and she even saw Wonder Woman, which was empowering and inspiring, because that's all they're ever talking about these days, is how empowered they are. That's all they ever fucking talk about. It's like, give it a rest. Yeah, basic Bayley promo, you know, continuing to ruin her character, as they've done ever since she's really been brought up to the main roster. Anyways, moving on, next match, Sasha Banks and Rich Swann defeating Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, 6 minutes 20. The typical mixed tag match, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was alright. And the prototypical thing where women are allowed to hit men, but men can't hit women. It always happens in this. It was a cool moment with Banks hitting the double knees to Dar on the from the top rope to the outside, and then Rich Swann at the Phoenix Splash, boom, got the win. I just think that's bullshit. How it's okay for the women to hit the men, but the men can't hit back. I just think it's bullshit. It works fine in Lucha Underground, and they can have great matches and what have you, and there's no problems. So why can't it happen here? Who knows? But yeah. Alright match. It did what it was supposed to do. Moving on to the next match, which I couldn't believe this. It was fucking Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Alexa Bliss wins 5 minutes 10 seconds, and Alexa pretty much just destroyed Bayley. I couldn't believe it. I just, yeah, Bayley got in some offense, but Bliss pretty much just destroyed her. She got the candlestick, beat the shit out of her. Alexa came back with a Bayley to belly, and then she couldn't capitalize on it because she was hurt from all the candlesticking. That's a new term. And then she smashes her into the candlestick, which is on the turnbuckles, and then DDT and win. I just like, seriously? Bayley doesn't get no retribution for all the shit that's happened in the build up to this. Bliss just destroys her. I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. And the crowd's starting to turn on Bayley. And can you blame them? Can you honestly blame them for the shit that they have her say in these stupid promos and the stuff they keep doing? Can you blame them? Can you honestly blame them? But I couldn't believe it. How short it was and just how Bliss destroyed her. I couldn't believe it. I don't even really know what else to say about the match. Was it? It could have been great, but it was not like it was boring action. But I just couldn't believe how Alexa just destroyed Bayley. Couldn't believe it. Anywho's tag match is next with the Hardys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. This is probably my favourite match. This and the main event were probably my two equal favourite matches. Cesaro and Sheamus defeated the Hardys 15 minutes by escaping the cage. And I was not expecting when they announced the rules for this. They said the only way to win is by escaping the cage. I thought like JoJo fucked up or something when she was doing it. But no, the only way was to win was by escaping, and both guys had to be out. I did not expect that at all. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, it was a great match. I thought it was really good. I was reading some things and people didn't like it, but I liked it. I thought it was good. Lots of action. Jeff Hardy with whispering the wind off the top of the cage. That was pretty sweet. Cesaro and Sheamus also had like their double white noise thing from the top rope. I think it was on Matt. That was pretty cool. They also had like a double razor's edge thing. It was pretty sweet. But yeah, Jeff got out at one point, I think. And it was just Matt and Sheamus and Cesaro left. Which, like, if you look at this, it just doesn't even make sense if you look at it in a kayfabe kind of way. Why would you not just let your opponent get out and then it's just 2-on-1, then you beat the shit out of that guy, and then you just get out and you win. It's kind of a dumb thing. I know this sort of thing happens in wrestling all the time. You know, there's dumb rules and stuff, but it's just stupid. It really is stupid. But Jeff or whoever it was that was out came back in. But I think that's when he had the whisper in the wind thing. But then Cesaro and Sheamus climb out one side while Matt starts dragging Jeff to the door, but Sheamus and Cesaro get out first, so Sheamus and Cesaro win. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a good match, very enjoyable. Probably one of the best steel cage matches I've seen in a long time. I thought it was good. So yeah, Sheamus and Cesaro new champions. I'm guessing people are hoping Matt Hardy gets broken from this. Will happen? I don't know. You're always hearing stuff about this whole TNA having copyright or trademark or ownership or whatever of it, so I don't know if it will ever happen, if we'll ever see it in WWE. I don't know. So anyways, moving on, we have Neville defeating Austin Aries, submission match for the Cruiserweight title, 70 minutes 35, and this wasn't a bad match, but something that pisses me off is, why is it always the Cruiserweight matches where this beach ball shit starts? I just don't get it, because this was a good match, and every time it seems to happen, it's usually when it's a good match. Like, I don't get it. Do people just simply not care about the Cruiserweights? I don't know. It wasn't like an amazing match, but it was a good match. It was action packed. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I liked it. But I just hate how that always happens, and then people are more interested in fucking throwing a beach ball about, and then when it gets taken away or burst or whatever, they start booing. It's like, if you really don't care about what's going, why go to the show? If you're more interested in a fucking beach ball, why go to the show? Why go? I don't get it. And personally, I don't know why people go to the show if you're a mile away from the bloody ring. If you're not close to the ring, in my opinion, it's a waste of time going. It really is. Anywho's, I liked how they were working over all the different body parts. Like, Neville was going after Aries' knee and his arm, and then Aries was also working on Neville's legs as well. I think they were working on everything really. It was good. I liked it. But eventually it comes down to Aries hitting the discus 5-arm to the outside, goes for the suicide dive. Neville ducks, nets the floor, and then Neville tosses him back in, hits the red arrow to the back of Aries, which had a nasty sound effect. Like his legs smacked off at Aries, like the back of his arm, made a nasty sound, and then hit the rings of Saturn, and Aries tapped out. So I was quite surprised. So yeah, I just hope this is over now and we can get on to something else. Maybe Neville versus Akira Tozawa, since they haven't used him since the whole Brian Kendrick feud ended, which was probably my favourite feud so far on the Cruiserweights. I really quite enjoyed it, and I thought the ending was very good. I thought that street fight was awesome, one of the best matches of the whole 205 Live thing. It was really good. My favourite feud, probably that, and probably the Gallagher and Devare feud. They were probably my two favourites. But yeah, I really liked how, because like normal feuds, you know, it's all rushed and they all have a fucking match for every pay-per-view. Well, this didn't. It was just solely on 205 Live for the most part, and some of Raw. And the story was good, you know, with Kendrick getting the upper hand for a while, and Tozawa getting the upper hand for a while, and then finally they have one match. Brian Kendrick rapes him with the steel steps, and then they have the payoff match, the street fight. Tozawa gets payback. It was good. I liked it. I thought it was a really good feud. I hope, you know, the same sort of thing happens with Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak, and whatever they do next. Hopefully they do something with Cedric Alexander. Maybe he's going to be the guy to face Neville. I don't know. But I think Tozawa would be a good guy to face Neville. But yeah, I've still not rambled about that. There was also a promo for the Great Balls of Fire thing, and yes, they are using the Great Balls of Fire song, which I'm okay with. You know, when it was pay-per-view was announced, I was like, what the fuck? It's the same sort of reaction as everybody else, but they got to use that song, so I can't complain about it. It's a good bloody song, so I'm okay with it. Maybe that's why they called it Great Balls of Fire. Maybe it wasn't hard for them to get this song. It's an iconic song. Maybe it'll get people sort of interested, or maybe people like, why the hell is this trending? Why is people buying this song? And then that'll get them to the WWE. Maybe it's not a bad marketing thing by WWE. But yeah, I was okay with it. I don't really have an issue with it. Well, my only issue is that there's too many bloody pay-per-views. That would be my issue, but yeah, I don't really have an issue with this, the name or the song. I love the song. Anywho's on to the final match. Lasted 29 minutes 15 seconds. Now, I was wrong. I thought Samoa Joe had no fucking chance. I really didn't. He won. Samoa Joe won. He defeated everybody. I didn't see that coming. Like there was things on the sites, on the wrestling sites, saying that he was the favourite to win, and I was like, nah, I'm not believing that. But he won. I couldn't believe it. Joey Samoa has won. But yeah, it was a good match. I liked it. I was a bit bored by the end of it, but well, not bored of the match, just maybe tired. I'm just kind of sick of all these pay-per-views. They're kind of taking its toll on me, to be honest. But I liked Joe and Wyatt teaming up together, and I liked how Wyatt made it seem like it was just like happening naturally. Like he was just making it up as he went along. Like he was like speaking to Joe, not like as though it wasn't meant to be heard. Like it was meant to be heard, and like he was saying, "Oh, let's do this," and "Oh, let's do this. You do this." I liked that. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, everybody got in some good offense. I liked Seth Rollins hitting the frog splash to Joe, I believe, on the announce table, through the announce table. I liked Joe putting the steel chair on Balor, and then him and Wyatt hitting sent-ons on the chair, which had to have hurt like fuck, because they put the chair with the pointy bit up the way, which makes sense, you know, so they don't hurt Balor, but they're going to hurt themselves. Somebody has to get hurt, and it was them. Imagine that wasn't too kind on the old back. But yeah, that was pretty cool. There was a couple of times where it looked like Reigns was going to, you know, win, where he hitting his Superman punch and what have you. But no, he didn't. Another good moment was where Joe had Balor. I believe it was Joe. I think it was Joe. Maybe it was Wyatt. I think it was Joe though. I can't remember. I don't see it here in the in this recap. Yes, it was Joe. Joe has the Kina clutch on Balor, but then Reigns spears him through the barricade. That was pretty cool. After that, Reigns and Rollins were fighting for a bit, you know, going back and forth. Like Rollins shot the pop-up powerbomb thing. Not the pop-up powerbomb, the buckle bomb. But then Reigns come back instantly with the Superman punch. I think they did that same spot on Raw. It's pretty cool. But after this, Rollins went for the Phoenix Splash, but he moves out the way. Wyatt goes for Sister Abigail, but Reigns interferes. Reigns hits a spear on Wyatt. Rollins, oh, this is where he hits the buckle bomb thing, and then Superman punches Rollins and Balor. I don't really remember this, even though it was just not that long ago when I watched it. Reigns goes to the spear, Balor hits the swing blade, then Balor hits the drop kick, and then the coup de grace. But for some reason they called it on NXT coup de grace, and then I think like a couple of times Rich Swann called it coup de grace, like they seem to be calling it now. And then bloody Corey Graves would go nuts on him about how that's not how you say it, but now that's how they're saying it. What the fuck? It seems better to me, coup de grace. That just sounds better to me. It sounds like that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced. I don't know if it is, but it seems like it would be, in my opinion. I haven't looked it up. Maybe I will. But when you hear him saying coup de grace, it just sounds dumb as fuck. That's just my opinion. Excuse me. But then, yeah, he hit the coup de grace on Reigns, and Joe looks in the Kina clutch, and Balor passes out, and boom. I was like, holy shit. I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I did not see Samoa Joe winning at all. Didn't think it was possible, but hey, he did. Congrats to him. Yeah, that is my review. I don't think it was an amazing pay-per-view. just didn't seem necessary at all, as with most of these pay-per-views now. Just wish they would cut them in half, I really do. 1 month Raw, 1 month SmackDown, 1 month Raw, 1 month SmackDown, so on and so on. But quantity over quality, that's what they like to go for these days. But yeah, there's nothing else to say. There's no other wrestling news. Well, Joe's gonna face Brock at Great Balls of Fire. So yeah, could be a good match. I don't know. I I would like to think it would be, but I don't know. But yeah, I am really surprised that he won. But yeah, my two favorite matches would be the main event and the cage match. But the rest was kind of Neville and A-Rays was okay, and I did kind of like Kalisto and Cruz, but the rest was kind of didn't need to happen. So there you have it. There's my review. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.